Hey, this is Erin Tracy with Empower Wellness, and I am a health coach trained in medical Qigong, and I empower people to have happier and healthier lives with less obstacles, less stagnation. People who need support with anxiety or a chronic health condition, and help them to find the way to having a fuller life. So this is the time of the year that we have let go of what happened in the past, and we're looking forward to 2017, to the next year. Sometimes we make resolutions and by the end of the month, we are done with them. We have forgotten about them, and we don't remember them until it's November, December, and it's like, oh yeah, that was something I wanted to do this year. So I wanted to talk a bit about not just resolutions, but about really building a vision for 2017 for yourself. So if you have a sheet of paper, you can write this down. You can, if you're listening to this later, you can pause and write this down. Especially if you were in North Carolina, you were probably having a snow day, especially in the central part of the state. We have a lot of snow and ice here today, and I think we're going to be here a while. So if you haven't done this already for this year, write down your vision for what you want in your life, what you want to bring in your life, what you want to elevate in your life. And think about all aspects of your life. Think about the relationships, think about your career, your job, spiritual growth, financial picture. And write down your vision encompassing all aspects of your life. And after you've done that, and take some time with it, and you can be very specific, and you will have to be specific in order to make those things happen. You can be broad here, but have some specific things in mind. After you've done your vision, go to the place where you identify what you think might get in the way of making this happen for yourself in 2017. What are the obstacles that maybe you've set this intention before and it hasn't happened? And we do need to put attention on that a little bit, because sometimes if you don't see trouble coming, you're not prepared. You don't have a plan for dealing with it. So these obstacles could be internal ones, like a pattern, a mind pattern that you fall into, talking yourself out of things. You have a sense of, there's this underlying sense of, am I worthy to have this vision? Or they could be things like just physical patterns that you have, like you tend to procrastinate, or you can't lay off the cookies that are in the cupboard. Or they can be things that are external to you, things that don't seem to be in your control, but they still affect how you set your goals and how you carry them out. So making a list of these obstacles doesn't have to be too specific, but just to generally see what could derail you on this path of attaining your vision. And after you've done that, go back to your vision that you wrote down, your vision for the year, and ask yourself, how important is it to me on a scale of 1 to 10 that I achieve this year, that my life turns this way in 2017, that my life is structured this way, that things shift in this direction that I've written for my vision. And be very honest with yourself here, because if on a scale of 1 to 10 what you wrote down is not a 9 or a 10, or even a 10, we'll just say a 10, then rewrite your vision and restructure it to make it be a 10 in terms of your priority to make that happen this year. And after you've done that, you've got your vision and you've got your obstacles, and if you need to look at the obstacles again, do that. Then start to make an action plan, and just pick 1 or 2 things that this very week that you will do towards your vision. You can pick, if your vision includes different aspects of your lives, pick 1 thing and start to incorporate little small steps. So this involves revisiting this vision that you have quite often, sometimes daily. I like to work in a week at a time, and just set a week that I'm working on something and I'm going to get that under my belt, or I'm going to cross that off my list, or whatever. Something you have to actually do. It's an action that you know, that's obvious in the world, and sometimes it's something in your mind that needs to shift. So making an action step just from now until the end of the week, or perhaps the end of the month, something that you'll do every day that's a step towards the vision. And as you go through the year, continue to do this, continue to revisit, and continue to make very specific action steps that you're going to do that will help you reach what you're after. So just by mentioning this, I sense that perhaps some of you watching this may even feel like overwhelm already. It may feel even unattainable to start looking at it this way. And I understand that, and I very much understand that, because I've been there too, and I still have times where I have to have a little support to get something done that I want to get done. Just have someone kind of helping me from the outside. So I wanted to remind you that as a health coach, and this is what I do, that I help people identify what it is they want, and we make a plan, and we get the things out of the way that can be in the way of having you reach what you really want to reach, really identifying what's motivating you and what's important to you. So you probably know that I have free consultations for people who want to let's just talk and see if we're a good fit to work together. I do these over the phone, and I do them live if you live in Raleigh or near Raleigh. I do have a number of clients that I work with weekly or on a regular basis that aren't in Raleigh. We talk over the phone, and it's still quite efficient and quite effective to do that. So there you go. So if you would like to do that, please click on the website link, or you can go to my website, and there's a link to schedule a discovery session. And there's no obligation. Just if you don't already know me, it's a good chance to get to know me in these sessions and to see what we might be able to do together. So I encourage you to do that, and and if we don't work together, that's okay. I hope that this has been helpful in structuring how to approach this year, and I wish you the best in attaining your vision. So I wanted to remind you of a couple of things that are coming up also with Empower Wellness. So tomorrow we had a guided healing meditation scheduled in Cameron Village in Raleigh, but the snow and ice, I'm sure that the parking lot will not be cleared. So we are rescheduling that for January 16th on Sunday at 4 o'clock. And I do have a new time for that meditation. So let me get a sip of water. New time for that meditation. It's now starting at 4. So 4 to 5, usually 2 Sundays a month. And then I'll also do that this month in Wilmington. I don't always do it when I visit Wilmington to work there, but this month it will be the 17th of January at 6 p.m. at Consults and Wellness. So that's a very nice time too, and it's just by $10 donation. Most people feel really wonderful when they leave and feel pretty good for several, sometimes hours and days afterwards. So, and the last thing I wanted to remind you about is that Mark Paris and I are teaching Intro to Tai Chi starting on Thursday, January 12th in West Raleigh at St. Giles Church. And this is our second session doing this, and with the permission of our instructor and teacher, Vincent Chu, we are teaching folks Pangu Tai Chi. And it's Tai Chi, all Tai Chis have the intention of protecting your joints, of building, healing joints, healing connective tissue, making it stronger. But this Tai Chi is a little bit different. It was created with Master O, Qigong Master O, and Vincent Chu working together. It's very powerful and efficient. It's a bit challenging to learn, but it's doable. It's especially if you'll practice at home in between sessions. That when we meet, it's an 8-week session that we're starting January 12th. Goes through March 8th. Somewhere in there we skip a week. So anyhow, I hope that you will come. If you could register by Monday, January 9th. We do have limited space, and right now it's about half full. And if we know early enough that we need more space, we can probably move it. So I would love to see you there. Mark and I would love to have you or have you back. And that's cost $80 for 8 weeks. So I wish you the best. I hope that if you're in North Carolina, you're having a warm and cozy and safe day, and enjoy the beautiful scene outside. And let me know if you have any questions. Happy New Year.